or I did Wizards overtime on Saturday night, and they were absolutely blasted by the Miami Heat, who they beat earlier in the week.
Didn't the Heat shoot like 58% or something crazy?
Close to 60%. Yeah. They had 100 points in the paint, basically. It was just an awful
it's
defensive effort, and they had 2 guys in double figures from the starting lineup. Think about that. And it was Beal with 14 and Porter with 10.
But they had played the night before.
They did, and they got a win the night before against the Anthony Davis-less Pelicans.
Yes, snapped the Pelicans, I think, 10-game win streak.
They did.
I don't care.
Well, let's just be real. Anthony Davis snapped the 10-game win streak.
I don't care. It doesn't show on the standings that Anthony Davis wasn't in the game.
But the Wizards, they're in this spot, and we talked about it last week, where the standings are very fluid in the Eastern Conference. It's very close. Right now, if the playoffs started today, they would play the Cavaliers in the first round.
That would be incredible.
4 versus 5.
Which is terrifying to me, personally.
I actually brought that up a few weeks ago. I said, wouldn't it be awesome if they played LeBron in the first round?
Why would that be awesome?
That's not awesome.
As a Wizards fan, it wouldn't be awesome.
Okay, for you it wouldn't be.
Excitement level, though.
It would just be exciting around
town. It would be
town.
electric for a couple days.
And everyone's beating Cleveland. Everyone's beating Cleveland.
But does anybody think, even though Cleveland's struggling, that the Wiz would be favored? Or would
they would not be favored?
I think Cleveland would be a slight favorite.
They'll not be favored. But look, Cleveland's lost 6 of their last 10.
Yeah,
they got swept in L.A. LeBron points out 4 guys in their rotation are out.
Yes,
Kevin
they are.
Love's out. Tristan Thompson's out. Rodney Hood is out, and then C.D. Osman, who nobody's ever heard of.
But those top 3, those are big players. I mean, those are
right. You
important
expect
players
those guys to be healed and ready come playoff time.
Yeah.
But look, they can keep sliding. There's only 14, 15 games left, depending on which team you're looking at. And the Wizards, every game counts. John Wall does look like he's very close to returning. He was in his hoodie, taking jumpers, running up and down the court.
What are we thinking?
I would sit him out.
5 more games?
I would sit him out no more than 3 more games. They have 3 games, I believe, in the stretch of like 10 days. So that's 10 days off. Then you bring him back for the last 12.
The luxury of holding him out as long as you can is disappearing.
Yeah, I mean, you could end up in the 8 seed before you know it.
Right.
So what are they, about 12-8, 12-9 without him? Something like that?
Yeah, it's gotten much closer to 500 after that 10-3 start.
T-Wolves, they got the T-Wolves tomorrow, and then they got back-to-backs. They got the T-Wolves, and then they got to go to Boston Wednesday. And then
Boston may be without Kyrie, who says he needs to sit out because of a sore knee.
Did Kyrie sit out yesterday? Because they lost yesterday.
I think he did.
Yeah, they're banged up, too. Toronto's pretty much got the 1 seed wrapped up. Toronto doesn't lose now.
Mm-hmm.
But Minnesota, Boston, and Indiana, the next 3. So maybe next Wednesday.
T-Wolves are pretty damn good.
Next Wednesday.
T-Wolves are good. They just beat Golden State, and that's without Jimmy Butler.
And they just signed Derrick Rose, right?
Yeah,
everyone's writing him off. He swears he's still got it. He's just healthy, and everyone thinks he's. Did you see his quotes? He's like, everybody thinks that I'm like with a cane, or I got to walk around with ice bags everywhere.
I'll believe
My body
when
feels
I see
great.
If he comes out and then looks anything like his old self, I'll believe it.